We got a Sam Hyde video. He dropped it yesterday, and it's probably a good one to watch. I did watch a little, or I think I watched, yeah, I watched all of it yesterday, so we'll rewatch it now. But to who have you, to the people who don't know who Sam Hyde is, this is Sam Hyde.
You got anyone you want to call
The
out in the
Candy
heavyweight
Man.
division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming
Apparently,
to kill
the
you
ghost of
in
Kiev.
Los Angeles, at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him, and wear his makeup and his dresses, and use his skin as a coat.
And where his
The ancient
dresses?
Irish did.
Well, that's your winner, Sam Hyde!
Bloody.
There you have it. That is the Sam Hyde. Anyways, let's see what he has got for us for this video.
This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this right here is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter.
Okay, laying it in there. Yeah.
This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this is you. And this is their reaction when you are killed.
Correct.
This is the joy they feel when your sister is raped, when your children are castrated, brainwashed to hate you. This is their ecstasy when the floor of the subway car is awash in your blood. This is you.
Oh, yeah, good
Make
one.
no
Austin
mistake.
Metcalf one.
That is a symbol. That is you. But this won't last long. They can't help themselves because they're so ugly and so low that the only joy they can experience, the only good that they can envision is to take something beautiful or innocent down to their level. And when they can't do it, the next best thing is blood. This is Charlie's family, and these are his children who will never be able to hug their dad and grow up with a murdered father. And these are the people who smugly revel in this, and they won't stop with just Charlie. The boats are burned. There's nobody coming to help. The barbarians are at the gate. This is the fall of ancient Rome that we are living through currently. And what happens in the next 2 weeks is going to determine the future of mankind. That's not hyperbole. That's just how it is. A few notes before we start. I've seen some Twitter posts from people lamenting, apologizing, because their last interactions with Charlie were less than kind. And congratulations if that's you, because that's proof that you have a soul. And similarly, I think we had to cut 30 minutes from the last episode of Sam Hyde Show because I called him something not nice. Some people offering their condolences, paying their respects, etc. Started off with a qualifier. Well, I didn't agree with Charlie on everything. You know, essentially that he wasn't based enough. And this is fine too. We all have some strain of autism that is.
I'm thinking of I was thinking about Mudahar. Right? Mudahar was like, fine. "Oh, I didn't agree with everything."
And it's fine because we're
like,
stuck
why
with
are
this
you
problem
talking about it?
together.
You're not a fucking politician.
We're in this together.
Or you're not into politics.
This is banter. It's for us to talk about. It's for our side to talk about. It's not for outsiders to try to use logic against us.
There's been a lot of people
hold us
talking
to
about
rules
it,
that they
especially
don't hold
people who aren't
themselves to.
into politics.
That's all that needs to be said about it. The fact is, Charlie Kirk is a martyr. He is a Christian white martyr. If you are Christian, if you are white, if you're a shit lib who miraculously somehow still believes in free speech, Charlie Kirk died for you. And he probably would have done it, anyway. I talked to Alex Stein a lot about him. He probably
Oh
still
yeah,
would have
Alex
done it if he
Stein
knew he
had
was gonna
some choice words to say
die
about it.
doing it. And
I haven't seen his take on it.
we are all united now in a battle for the soul of mankind. And by the way, this is why we have free speech in the first place. It's not because of some 1960s hippie commie staged faggotry that we have free speech. It's not because Mr. Jew in a bow tie went on a bus and marched on Washington. The reason we have free speech is because at pivotal stages throughout human history, Christian white men mostly have decided that yes, actually it would be worth dying to prove a point. That's how it happened. That's how we got this. The free speech that you enjoy, to the extent that you're able to have free speech, is because of that, is because of men like this.
Correct.
Irony posters, anybody who's irony posting right now, I haven't seen too much of it, but for the sake of your own souls, you might not want to do that.
This
And I say
person
that
was
as somebody
also
who
taken.
didn't always take everything
You can't
as
see it.
seriously
Sorry.
as I should, and there's
Dakara Thompson,
you don't have to take everything
murdered
seriously,
by
but
an
there's a wrong
illegal
time
migrant
to
or
do
an
stuff,
alien. Sorry,
and it might have spiritual ramifications. That's
right.
I'm worried for
By
you.
a
why
a
I'm
guy
saying it.
in
And
right
lastly, an important
Maryland.
thing
Get
before
that
rocking out here,
right.
I
Maryland
think that
woman
we are
found
all
murdered
so smart and internet savvy
because of this
that we
fucking
could,
piece of
it's
shit
not
right here.
possible for someone like me or like you or like little Timmy Thomas on his computer. He's got 10 Discord channels. He's a computer wizard.
Timmy Thomas is prolific on Discord.
This
It
illegal
would be
alien
impossible for
motherfucker
someone as
killed
smart
that
as us
Dakara Thompson
to fall
person.
for any kind of
19
psyop
years
or
old.
emotional manipulation at a
Right, just
time
like
this.
Irina, who was
But
just the
on
same age
off
as
chance
around the
that
same age as
someone- this is
Irina.
a very small
Right,
chance. On the
Zarutsky.
off chance that somebody somewhere with an agenda, there's almost no chance this is happening.
Zarutska, sorry.
No. On the off chance that somebody somewhere with an agenda might be looking to capitalize on this event, spin it for nefarious purposes.
They were trying to bury that one too.
Very small chance this is
Right.
happening. I can't see this happening. Even though we're so smart, it might behoove us to choose our words. Would you say carefully?
Cautiously, carefully,
Cautiously, yeah.
intentionally,
A degree of precision.
discriminately.
Including your own internal dialogue. No matter what the result of
Well,
the
where is
speculation is, the end result
you
is the
gotta-
same, and that's that you, white man, are under attack. And that's that. Let's take a look at who our enemies are here. I tweeted at the quartering, because he said, I love the quartering, he's my guy. He said, don't look at the video. You got to look at these videos. You have to know what these people are trying to do to you. You have to know. You don't even have a family. That's the thing. You don't have a family because they've
precision,
they've set
speed,
up
and you gotta get them
this,
with precision,
clown
speed,
world
and
where
skill.
you're convinced not to start a family. It's economically impossible to start a family. But if you had even if you had a family, you don't even know what's been taken from you. That's what's so
Now
fucked
give them
up.
the good old.
You have to watch these. You have to know that there is
Right.
evil out there in the world. This isn't like being 15 and watching Best Gore or something. That you have to know that there is evil out there in the world. There's this idea of the seen
Or give
versus
them
the
the-
unseen. And I gotta say, thank God, Irina Zarutska was hot.
No, it does. It calls more attention to it.
No shit. For every one of these people being killed, who could be a relative of yours, it could be someone you cared about, it could be you. For every one of these people, there are thousands, just alone in the UK, the girls being
Or
raped.
hit them with this.
Isn't it like over 100,000? How many is it? We don't see it because there's no video of it, and the media is not publicizing it.
And the details of each and every one of those are like science fiction level. I can't
Or
comprehend.
just call them this.
How bad, like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the police in the UK arresting the victims. That's a common pattern I've noticed too.
Yeah.
Fucking faggots, man.
Like folded into that one video of her getting stabbed is like, hundreds of thousands of people or.
It makes the magnitude of the problem obvious even to boomers and retards on Facebook.
Right.
Which is why that video is important. It's why you have to memorize it. You can't let this stuff fade away. And you have to watch these too. You have to internalize this. You have to realize that this is real. These are the people going to a vigil and shouting, "Fuck Charlie Kirk." But if anything like this pops off and people get in legal trouble, I will put money towards this if someone out there is capable of organizing that in a non-scammy way. Hit play on this.
Right, you got to be born in it, molded by it, right? Yeah, basically that guy tried to fuck up the
attack. They're not,
desecrate
killing
the
this
vigil
guy.
or the monument
From this
memorial.
content. It's
Oh, they
important
beat
not
him
to
up
be
pretty
obnoxious,
bad.
But everybody needs to know about
Fucked
this
him up.
stuff. Click view on the post that's muted.
Like they punched him a bit and then threw him away.
Around and condemning the cruel and violent assassination of Charlie Kirk and become one nation that relies on the love. If you read the word love, have your defenses up. Be ready. The love and support of all of its citizens. Scroll up. I dream of an America with no Charlie Kirk. Don't believe.
Yeah,
any of
that's
these
that
people
that weird
when they say
Morgan
they
Freeman
want
account, right?
peace. They don't want peace. They just want to not lose. I don't think anybody, including myself, in America really, with the exception of people who've been victims of violent crimes or perpetrated them, understand how bad civil war would be.
Oh yeah.
But do not believe these people when they say they want peace. That's not what they want.
Yeah, that's
they want
exactly.
to go back to flying under the radar and having the ability to fuck with you at liberty with no consequences.
Correct.
That's what they want. You need to remember that.
Correct.
Here's Gavin Newsom, this guy. The attack on Charlie Kirk is disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. In the United States of America, we must reject political violence in every form. Play the clip.
I'm sorry. I know some people's sensibilities. I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Next clip.
Left-wingers,
It's true.
liberals, you
Yeah,
need to
this
be
did
fucking
happen.
showing
Oh yeah, I
opponents'
retweeted this too. Yeah.
guts on there, okay? You need to be
I don't
gutting
know
them.
if I retweeted
You
this
need to
one.
be shanking these motherfuckers
Kangman Lee in
and
particular.
letting their intestines just ride
there was
on
another
stage.
one I
What the fuck is
reposted.
this shit, man? Slice
I
them
forgot.
up,
It might have been by Yeet or
slice them
someone
and
like that. I
fucking
forgot.
dice them. What the fuck is this?
874
I could probably pull it.
Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like he's literally, this is his last term. So I think that people are a lot more radical.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill
As a
them.
result.
Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the
Oh, it
street.
was
Let the
Retard Finder.
streets-
That's
Let
who it
the
was.
streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
This honestly makes me nervous for Hassan. I don't even like how much trouble he's getting himself into. Like, it makes me, I hate this guy. It makes me nervous for him listening to him say this shit. This is opening a door that I don't think he understands and is not ready for.
It was so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
There's no other emotion that makes me nervous for him.
It felt like when Augustus Gloop fell in the chocolate river.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know that that's so bad.
Yeah.
He's going to be stuck in a tube, and that's not a threat. I don't condone people being stuck in tubes.
We don't want to see people turn into blueberries. We don't want to see any fizzy lifting drinks. And we especially don't want to see anybody shrunk down into a television.
Putting a TV.
That was the yellow submarine of the movie.
Yeah.
That was a weird transformation.
All right, let's hear him talking about killing his fellow podcaster's wife or whatever this is.
Good Lord.
Every type of armed
Yeah, he did
resistance
do this.
against both the settlers
That was
and
kinda
also the Israeli
it
occupying
wasn't
force
kinda dumb.
in the
It
West
is-
Bank.
it is
Doesn't matter if it's your
100%
favorite
retarded
podcasters
to do
like
that.
Wife that participate in these raids. The violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth.
Is it crazy to pray for Hassan?
No, absolutely
He
not.
looks so in over his head. This seems so
Dude,
dangerous.
he keeps doing that
I've never
too.
seen anybody say.
Right, he was
things
even
that's
doing it with
blatantly,
Asmongold.
violent.
He was
This
attacking
kid had a
Asmongold so
good
much.
point too. The thing about cultivating a radical fan base is that you have to get progressively more and more extreme to satiate them and keep their attention. Hassan is now calling for the assassination
I don't
of
think
someone
he
because they're
called for,
Israeli.
like,
This was always the
the-
natural
right,
outcome of
the-
his politics.
right,
Yeah, he's like
the-
stuck. Like, how
the
is he going
death
to get
of
out of this?
Asmongold.
Or what's the end
Or the-
wokeness
right.
tweet? And then the
But he did
Speaker
brigade
Johnson tweet.
Asmongold and shit.
This whole goddamn thing is that
And then you
he
have
is
right, you
not
have his
martyr
orbiters
material,
also
so
attacking
his
people
death
too.
will
Right?
mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
I don't think I've publicly expressed pathos for my. Is that the word? You look up pathos, pity or sorrow. I've never relished the misfortune of iDubbbz. Just so you guys know.
It's hard to see people lose.
Without hyperbole, I think this is like this is the Rubicon moment here, and whatever happens in the next 2 weeks is going to determine the future, not just of this country but of humanity. It's going to determine where we're positioned economically, defensively, culturally, etc., against China. Not that everything's a competition with China, but this idea of America being the best.
Well, I
place.
mean, right,
And it's
or
not-
Russia.
It's not so much that it's
right, the
important
McCarthyism with Russia,
that
and
the
then you
idea
have
of America being the
right,
best
the
place
stuff
is
with
true
China.
or something. It's what's important is that there's a land where there's a reasonable
Always trying to
degree
put us
of
at right,
peace
at odds
and
with
freedom
certain
and
countries,
the ability
right.
to innovate and pursue your dreams and be an individual and be a people. For the Chinese, that's China, and they have their own problems, I'm sure, that I
Correct.
don't understand or care about. When it comes to white people, though, it seems like Europe is largely a museum on its way down the toilet. An elegant, beautiful museum full of
Calling
plenty
out
of
EU
people who
being
are
garbage. I mean, kind of.
beautiful,
it is kind
good
of.
people who deserve to live. But
I mean,
it's, not
it's
looking
only
good for
the
them, and that's
Western EU countries.
Not a fight
like
that we
they,
really have.
Most of the
a
Eastern
hand in,
EU
immediate
countries aren't
agency in.
really that
this
bad.
is our country.
Right, I mean, they
And,
do have their
it's
their
all we know. We're
little
not
right
going anywhere.
problems
Would
and
be a
issues,
tragedy
but
on many
right,
levels.
it's not as
on
bad
a
as
human
say
suffering
right,
level, on
the,
a human
the
achievement
issues
level,
with like the Western
on a
ones, right?
on every conceivable level, for everything that our ancestors fought for to become Brazil or something like it or something worse. There's not going to be another moment like this, I don't think. In terms of intensity, sure, maybe, but in terms of possibilities, I don't think there will be another moment like this. I think this is the turning point for our country. It's critically important that we have the right attitude of optimism, compassion when it's warranted, reserve when it's warranted, resolve all the time. And that brings me to my next point. The Constitution has failed. I don't care about some fucking piece of paper. I don't. I went to high school. I learned about the Constitution. I know about the Holocaust and slavery. I saw it in a movie. I know about the Constitution. I saw that in the movies too. But in real life, it would appear that the Constitution is a fucking toilet rag that only gets thrown in our faces when it can be used against us, when it can be used
Correct.
to fuck with us, to make us poor, to displace us in our neighborhoods, to help us lose our jobs, to make it so that the jobs don't exist. That's when the Constitution is defended the most effectively, is when it can be used to make you ineffective. It's an artifact from a completely different planet. It's from a white country that was run by white Christian men. Does South Africa have a constitution?
I think so.
That's a ChatGPT deep research question. Does South Africa have a constitution? More importantly, has it helped them?
It is interesting how, like Christianity, it's used as a cudgel against its believers by people who actively don't follow it.
Yep.
Correct.
And don't believe in it.
If you have opponents who are playing by the rules and you don't have any mandate to play by the rules, why wouldn't you use their rules against them? South Africa has a constitution. Can you ask Grok 4 Heavy if they can go waive the South African constitution down there and prevent farmers from being murdered? If roving blacks come to your farm with phone
basically,
jamming
right, the Constitution doesn't stop the immediate threat of someone actively trying to hunt you down, and then, right. Yeah, what the fuck is the Constitution gonna do? At that point, you gotta fucking, self-defense, right? You gotta get your own gun and shit, right?
And a plan to kill your family. Would a copy of the South African Constitution come in handy? Click Think Harder, please. Down at the bottom, Think Harder. If roving feral blacks, who the government is encouraging to murder you, come to your farm to kill your children, Grok 4 Heavy's working pretty hard on this one. We have about 70,000 GPUs running right now, burning enough electricity to power Las Vegas. The phrasing suggests attackers use phone jamming, not the defender. Oh, this is amazing. This thing's basically thinking like a human.
It said no before, but it was not thinking back then.
It wasn't. Okay, this is the hard mode. It's likely asking if waiving the Constitution can prevent attacks where jammers are used. Let's search for 2025 statistics on farm attacks in South Africa. This is passing the Turing test. The definition of intelligence and sentience is whether a computer can pass an arbitrary test made by some fag in the 50s. And when he wrote the test, he went like this. Great Scott!
Basically.
Was uttered.
Eureka! No waving around the South African Constitution or any legal document, that's kind of damning, won't do much to deter or prevent a violent attack on your farm. Here's the important part. It's a powerful symbol of rights and equality, but it doesn't come with a built-in force field. That said, let's break down your question factually based on South African law, crime realities, self-defense rights. You could hold it up and claim your self-defense rights.
How heavy is it?
A 2025 case analysis notes that if the threat is unlawful and imminent, self-defense can be a valid legal defense even with an unlicensed firearm. Wow. That Constitution sounds pretty powerful. That actually sounds more powerful than our Constitution. Because if you defend yourself in our country, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But no longer, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, he's obviously making a joke about it, but
happens in the next 2 weeks. Trump survived a bullet. He survived multiple bullets from an assassin. And the assassin was a freak from some sort of Blackwater incubation
in a sense,
tank where
in
they
America, for
manufacture
whatever reason,
freaks. I don't even want to say that because the kid, it's probably some kid that has
against you defending yourself for some reason. It's
who
weird.
knows what fucking happened? What chemicals were inserted into Trump's would-be assassin? But Trump, by the grace, he turned his head. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
He turned his head like 10 degrees and avoided the lethal shot.
The lethal shot.
He avoided the lethality of it. It got his ear. He avoided the lethality of the shot, much to the dismay to these fucking freaks on...
not only did he avoid the lethal shot, but he was also popping more shots off, too. Right.
TikTok, who think it would be a good thing somehow if the president were killed. In my opinion, that is a mandate from heaven. If you ever survive an assassin's bullet in that scenario. I would imagine that means something like you have been ordained by God to do God's work on the planet. You've been spared, and you've been spared in such a dramatic and improbable and miraculous fashion that you have a mandate from heaven to do God's work on earth. Now, is he talking about getting into heaven?
He has been talking about getting into heaven lately, apparently.
Yeah.
He has a mandate from heaven. And now what he has...
Trump has... Yeah, ever since that incident, right, you can tell he's gotten a little bit more...
to enact whatever
more
policies
yes.
he could imagine in his wildest dreams. He has a blank check to do whatever he wants, in my opinion.
And a limited time to do it.
And a very limited time to do it. I don't think that's an overstatement. I don't think that's I don't think that's crazy to say. Is that crazy to say?
No.
Valentine?
I suppose it would be a means in which it would make Charlie Kirk, it would make him not have died in vain.
That's also true.
Yeah. There's a lot of things at play that make what that chick said completely false. Like,
and
she
right
said
now
that
Trump is
he's not martyr
Trump
material,
is president,
which is what
right?
I think
and
she means is
he
not
has
a
limited
target
time as president
that
now.
one
right?
would expect. I think the truth
only,
behind that is
8 months
he's not a guy
9
that
months
even
into his
remotely had
presidency.
it coming. Not that anybody does, but he's not even on the radar of guys that deserve that. And what he
He
represents
still has a
is
lot of
because
time,
he's such
but
a
then again,
non-martyr material. He
and how much
represents
time
that it
can he
happen
do
to
stuff?
everybody. And I see a lot of people saying, that's my uncle's politics, that's my grandfather's politics. And they are now realizing that, they want my loved one's dead.
Let us continue.
He represents that it could happen to everybody, and I see a lot of people saying, that's my uncle's politics, that's my grandfather's politics. And they are now realizing that, they want my loved one's dead.
Yeah.
For holding some of the most benign political
most basic
stances.
This is a historical moment, and there's the charge is there, the critical mass is there to do historical shit in a way that it hasn't been since 2015. There hasn't been a moment like this, arguably, at any point in Trump's presidency or in Biden's presidency.
Correct.
And I think this is going to define him. It's time for Trump and the people in his administration to get off their asses and do something. He's been able to enact policies like Project 2025 when it comes to punishing pro-Palestinian demonstrators, but so far that's all he's been able to get with this. So here's what I would do if I had a mandate from heaven and I had the opportunity to fulfill that mandate. And I don't, so this is just speculation.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but
first of all, any
if your
city
country is
where the
built
body count
on a
on a given
certain
weekend
religious
is
value,
the same or worse than
and
the
then
body
you
count
start
in
not
what is one of these
following
Mosul,
through on
Mosul,
certain things, it's like,
Gogul.
what are
if
you
it's
doing?
a U.S. city where the body count is more than the DE Dust 2 Counter-Strike map in a deathmatch game,
Like, shouldn't you
there
be
needs to
enforcing
be
the rules that
military
you were
presence
given?
there.
Right?
That's
Your
not a
citizens
crazy
are,
thing to say.
are
That's
being
not,
harmed.
It's a national emergency.
Literally. Like, what are
when
you doing?
have cities where there's 64-player map death matches happening every weekend. The people that perpetrate this violence in any American city, it's not hundreds of thousands of people. If you took the 80 most violent criminals and put them away for life, you would end American crime, 95% of it overnight. If you took the most violent people and locked them up and throw away the key, the 14-time felony
there's a lot of
offenders,
people saying
there
it.
aren't that many of them. There are not a million of them. In an average city, there's not even 100 of them. It's a very simple matter. You take these people, lock them up, the worst ones. The abolition of the death penalty is effectively, where's that? I'm so phone-brained. There was a tweet about it talking about how Plato, the excess of liberty, whether in states or individuals, seems only to pass into excess of slavery. Aristotle, he who bids the law rule may be deemed to bid God and reason alone rule.
That's why I referenced our the great philosophers of the Greeks and Romans.
Even when they are the best
Because
of
it's
men.
like, if you guys are going to go that far, you just literally killed someone who's
they are in that
speaking
condition
his
which
mind,
is called war,
right?
and such a war
What
as
the fuck
is
are you
of
guys
every man
doing?
against every man. Cesar Beccaria or Cesare Beccaria. I don't remember what games he made music for, but crimes are more effectually prevented by the certainty than the severity of punishment. Nietzsche, a great danger for mankind begins with the criminal indulgence of decadence, with the sympathy for the ill-constituted and weak. I don't know who that last one is, probably some pedophile, so we'll skip that one. Point being, if Trump doesn't care enough about us to keep us safe in our cities, then fuck him. Arrest James Comey.
Yeah,
Can you
innocent.
pull up the Constantino tweet? So this is James Comey
Oh yeah,
on
Comey's
Instagram here posting
8647.
8647. Can you even
right,
believe this?
Basically,
That this guy is
AOC,
walking
Fannie
around-
Willis.
that's a death
fucking,
threat. He
right.
needs to be in fucking jail.
Chuck Schumer, right? Maxine Waters, right? All of these people should have some consequences
Just
to
because
them,
you're
yes?
speaking in code doesn't mean it's
Right?
not a death
There's
threat.
no way
No, it
in
makes Trump
hell
look like
that
a
they
fucking
have so much
clown
freedom
that Comey
where they
hasn't-
can
hasn't
just
been arrested for
spout
that.
so
That's
much
ridiculous.
lies
Now's
and
the time.
slander and bullshit.
Lock his ass up.
Like, come the fuck
Mass
on.
deportations, energy deregulation, firing civil servants. The Democrat Party, wrap it up. Whatever pretext you have to, I'm not a lawyer, okay? I used to be. Whatever the pretext is, RICO, case, whatever, the people who have called for violence, they should have a day in court. That has to happen.
Yeah, it's
All
like,
leftists
I
who
don't
have called
know
for violence or
why.
hinted at it have to be arrested.
Look, I don't want to
Tim
blame
Walz,
the
any
fucking
celebrity
court
who said, "Wouldn't it be
system or
funny if President
the
Trump were
DOJ
assassinated?"
or
Pretending
lawyers
like
and
that's
shit.
not
But it's like,
a
come the
dangerous
fuck on.
threat
This is
and
bullshit.
not taking action on it makes him look like a fucking clown. This presidency's a joke. Whoever around him is telling him not to do these things, you have to get rid of them. The women, the Indians, anybody in the administration who's weak sauce on punishing crime, they
Correct.
have to be eviscerated. You got to get them out of there.
Or
Just
the
kick 'em
fact
out,
that
man.
they're trying
Programs like
to
Ukraine aid,
they're
green
trying to
energy,
take out our
shut all that shit
self-defense
down.
measures,
Any
right?
NGO or
Right, they're
whatever
trying to
however these
strip
people
you of
organize their
self-preservation, which is
graft,
fucking
501c, I don't know
insane.
how it works. These organizations, any money that's flowing into them, you got to cut that off immediately. Are all the J6ers out of jail, or any of them still in jail?
That's a good question. There should be just very few, if any, but they too and
They should
the
get
crew.
after the fact pardons, like whatever the legal thing. Like you
Right,
did
and they're
nothing
trying
wrong,
to
they should
use
get
the
fucking
legal
medals.
system
The
to
J6ers
fuck
should
you
get
over
medals,
too. That's
even
the
the crazy
fucked up
ones.
thing.
Even
Right,
if
I
one
don't
was
know
there,
why so many
got in a
lawyers
drunk
just
driving
allow
accident
this
after.
bullshit to
even
happen.
the J6ers who are total
Right?
crackpot,
They're supposed to be public servants
XRP,
fighting for the fucking
QAnon
law.
freak shows who
But
got
I
in
don't
drunk
see that
driving
shit
accidents
happening,
and beat
especially
their
when they're
wives
fucking
after they got
shackling or
released from
Second
prison.
Amendment.
They should get the fucking Medal of Honor. The guy that killed Bin Laden, whatever medal he got a shiny one, chrome, rainbow chrome anodized. I don't know what these faggot soldier medals are. I don't know anything about soldier lingo, so you can't be slinging that around me. I don't understand. But I know that if you're one of these fruitcake soldiers, you get a big shiny one that's got rainbow anodized, and it's like the S that everybody drew in high school. That's the highest one. Whatever that is, invent a new medal, okay? Invent a new one. Give it to all the J6ers and Derek Chauvin. Do that immediately. And Derek Chauvin has to be let out of jail.
Yeah, that's the other thing
Derek
too.
Chauvin should be the head
I
of
think they're
NPR.
still trying to
Yeah.
fuck over some of the J6ers when
PR, they'll
right
call it.
most
It's
of them
not
didn't
catchy.
do anything.
There's no ring to it,
Right,
but
and
it
then
should be so.
I mean there was
A show of
obviously
power
some
in whatever
minuscule
force, border
party that was
security, it
fucking
doesn't
up a
matter.
little
Get
bit.
troops
Right. But at the
doing
same time, it's
something
like
other than
they're
arresting
still trying to go after those
pro-Palestinian
people.
protesters, dummy. The Israel is our hero thing is over. That's the thing that gets these fucking bonehead conservatives caught up every single time is if I can't beat them, join them. That's done for. It's over. It's not going to happen. You're not going to join them. They're
Yeah.
never going to let you into the club.
Correct.
Charlie Kirk was in that club. He
If you're
started to
not part
question
of the
club. Now he's out of the
oligarchy,
club.
you're not part of
You're
it.
not. There's no club. You're not in the club.
Yeah.
They're going to kill you. They want to kill you. They want to kill your kids. Stop thinking that Israel's going to save you
Correct.
in whatever way, shape, or form. That making a pact with the devil is going to come out good for you.
I
It's
mean,
not.
look.
You're going to get fucked.
Right, there's a reason why countries
Voter
have their
suppression
own
laws.
sovereignty.
I'm
yes?
sorry to tell you this. You can only vote if you have
They're
a
supposed to
penis.
be able to
Did you ever
protect
hear my friend Nick
themselves.
Oak's solution,
right?
which is anybody
From
who
foreign
you can have universal
disputes if
basic
they have
income, like
to.
$4,000 a month, but you cannot vote.
Yeah.
And so that would get rid of a lot of bad votes.
That's a good idea. And prosecute the people who stole the 2020 election. which is treasonous. That's the ultimate offense. If you're going by the playbook, if you're going by the Constitution. The Constitution is a document, an amazing document.
Yeah, I mean, people are breaking the Constitution every fucking time.
Then the stealing of the 2020 election.
People love breaking
rules. Is there a crime
rules.
that's higher than that?
Right.
It's like war.
It's like war.
It's like
that's
a war.
Because the ramifications,
right? People
the
love
secondary
cheating,
and
lying, and stealing.
all the stuff that flows out of that is worse than any other crime.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? The tweet from Pete Hegseth? Well done, good and faithful. This type of talk is meaningless unless you fucking do something about it. You can give Charlie Kirk the medal of, you can give him the even a higher medal. You can give him the XRP medal.
Right. Oh, this is what I was talking about, right, Mike? This guy.
When I was a cadet,
Pompeo.
What's the cadet motto at West Point? You will not lie, cheat, or steal, or tolerate those who do.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people doing this shit right now.
We stole.
Tons of pieces of shit. Oh, this is by the Graves.
We had entire training courses.
This is a great news place too.
It reminds you of the glory of the American experiment.
See? They're experimenting on you.
It doesn't matter. It's meaningless if his death means nothing. If nothing comes from this, if you don't do anything, if you let this presidency in this moment fizzle, then it's all for naught. They should black bag Kash Patel and put him on a what I don't know. I'm not a military guy, but a C-706 Globemaster.
Yeah.
Put him in there, isolate him like he's a serial killer. He's on a rack and he's got the mask on.
Jesus.
Put him on a 24-hour flight to
like
India
they did in
and drop his ass off.
Doctor Strange to
What can we
the villain.
First of all, you
extract
need
him to
a
that
gun.
fucking contraption.
And you need to not be looking for fights. You need to not be saying stuff like FAFO, Karen, fucking karma's a bitch, and then shooting some shop owner who did nothing. You need to
what about the
yourself and your
Buffalo
family.
supermarket where that
yourself.
guy just went
You have to
in
arm
and started
yourself.
shooting up the place for
That
some
being
fucking
said,
reason?
You gotta be careful.
Just random people
It's not,
just doing
this is a
crazy
time where
shit.
anything could happen. It's not a time to be going out looking for beef. And secondly, I think it's time to become annoying faggots. You see all the people getting fired?
Oh yeah, loving it.
All the shit that liberals did to us. That's annoying faggotry. I think it works. I think we just have to do that. Get these people fired. Start cataloging this. We need a tech-minded person building
Start
a
taking
database
logs,
because
man.
Palantir
Start documenting.
apparently is vaporware. They don't really know anything about what's going on. There needs to be somebody who has crypto money and is not crazy and who would be responsible with the data and who has a legal team. Someone needs to build a site to catalog the viciousness, the cost of violence,
didn't know
the
about
nastiness of these people. And we
charliesmurderers.com.
have to start taking a page from the left's
wait,
playbook.
what?
And I'm sure there are better options. I'm sure there's other things to do. But if you're bored, if you're angry right now, just legally get somebody fired.
It's a valid thing to do.
That's a valid thing to do. You don't have to worry, and you don't have to worry
I
about
can't reach the site.
about the police coming to your door. Just don't threaten
Oh, it's
anybody
not
over the
real.
phone. But just call the employers of these scumbags and make them aware of what their employees are doing. It doesn't feel good to say this, by the way. This is like faggoty, tattletale shit.
They're not empty threats, though. Not
But
anymore.
it fucking works.
It's ethical, too, because this tactic was used against people for merely supporting a presidential candidate. And it's not to say that, well, if they did it, we'll just do it. But it is right that people that are entrusted, whether they're teachers or nurses.
If you're a teacher, a nurse, a firefighter, if you're anybody...
It was real at one
and you're
point,
walking around
right.
and you're saying, you're gloating over
An
somebody
expose.
dying.
Charlie's
You're gloating
murder
over
site
a
launches.
regular guy
Targets online
who is
posts on
well-intentioned,
activists' death.
dying. You should be out of a fucking job.
You're a physician? I wouldn't trust you to mow my fucking lawn.
Yeah. I'm sure some better tactic will appear. This is not cool.
Sure.
Okay? But they should be followed for the rest of their lives with this data. Do we have a compilation of like TikToks of these people dancing around and laughing and stuff?
Dead! Finally, somebody with a gun, which is almost everybody in the fucking States, grew a pair and fucking went and shot somebody on the right side. Thank you. Can we keep this up?
You know why it's right to expose? Because first of all, you're not making anything. This is just truth that they did this. There's nothing wrong with showing something that somebody truly did, and it doesn't benefit us to live in a society that tolerates people gloating about death.
The just thing to do, even with
right. I mean, these
revenge
people
taken
are
out of the
basically
picture,
godless,
is
right? They have
this
no
person should not
right.
be
They have
around
no
children.
values.
They
They're
should not be
moralists
holding a
in a
needle
sense,
that's
right?
injecting anything into your
They're
body.
lawless.
They shouldn't be
Right.
allowed to
I don't give a
prepare
fuck
food
anymore.
for anybody else to consume. Almost no job, maybe Amazon warehouse worker, is what people like this should be entrusted with. That's the just thing, even with revenge taken out of the picture. So this is petty. It doesn't feel cool. It's not badass. It's the tactic that works, period. And that's what our enemies have been exploring, pursuing with a tenacity that we're not going to be able to match.
Well, I mean,
because we're not.
It's just they're more upfront with saying what they want you, right? What they want, and it's your death, right? They're more upfront with saying they want you to die, right?
Evil,
or they
obsessed
want you
cretins.
to get shot up and blah blah. Right? They want harm.
It's what
right?
has to be done.
They want you to face
Totally
harm.
nonviolent.
On a positive note, they're comfortable enough to reveal themselves in totality. I mean, did you hear that witch cackle?
Even though
That
you're
was
just
crazy.
trying
That's
to
part of the
be
problem, too, is
right,
that
trying to be civil,
It teaches any
right? These
children
people don't want to
being
be
raised
civil.
and seeing this that
right?
is
They
an
just wish you
acceptable
harm.
option of behavior and
What the
mentality.
fuck is wrong with you? Why are you so
if
fucking
you are
crazy?
confused right now, if you're bored,
Who
if
hurt
you're
you?
angry, if you're thinking about how you're gonna
Did you get pegged
back,
or something? Like what?
while you're thinking about that, what you can do in the interim is you can make a polite phone call and ensure that one of these fucking freaks is broke. Furthermore, catalog what they've done, download videos, do some investigation of your own. You can practice your phone skills. If you call a place up and you're like, "Are you hired this person? I'm gonna fucking kill you." That's not good. You can earn money. You could become a salesperson. This is sales actually. This is sales
Yeah,
training.
in a sense, yeah, interacting.
If you
with
have
people.
any ambition to become a salesperson, 300 calls a day. That's what they say. You got to do 300 calls a day for 3 to 5 years, and then all of a sudden you have sales skills. Call up, see how nice and polite you can be.
Correct.
Sir, how you doing? I have an offer that might interest you. So and so, this lady employee, she's actually on Instagram gloating over the assassination of a political figure in America. And I wanted to talk to you about your opportunities today to, whatever. Have ChatGPT write a script. It's easy.
Experience points.
A great man once said, "When we win, do not forget that these people want you broke, dead, your kids raped, and brainwashed." And I think
Basically.
it's funny. We can't forget that.
I think it's funny.
Christ help us all.
Don't forget that, and pray. Thank God that you
That's a good
are
way of putting
healthy
it.
and
yeah.
have the opportunity to fight.
Right,
And
you
do
try to
not
be civil
Fed
to them,
post.
and they reciprocate it with
Do not.
evil and violence. Yes.
Fuck yourself.
Isn't that interesting?
I live so far outside the American world. It's weird for me to be even messaging this to you guys, but my theory has always been whatever happens in America eventually reverberates across the world. And even though people may not admit it, we look to you guys sometimes for guidance. The stuff that's kind of happening at the moment, what's just happened in the US is kind of a touchstone
Where is he
for so many
where is he talking
different
from?
instances.
Australia?
So
UK land?
let's hope you can find a path that we can then tread together.
The world is watching, and what we do next is going to reverberate throughout history. It's going to determine whether or not this civilization that
in a
involves
sense,
everybody.
yeah.
It involves
As the years go on,
India,
history is...
It involves
Right, history. We're
Asians.
writing
It involves blacks in Africa. What happens next determines the
we
sort
are
of the
in
level of
uncharted territory
abject suffering
of,
that
policy and
all of humanity is going to be subjected to
stuff
for
like that.
the next
Especially with the
2,000
way
years.
world, right,
You know, I
with
didn't
the
even
conflicts
like
and
Charlie
stuff
Kirk
around
that
the
much.
world
I
are
thought he
going.
was sort of like a Diet Pepsi version of the things I stood for. But I'm a father. I'm 32 years old. I have 2 little girls. and I have such a pit in my stomach over this. And I have pretty radical ideas, but I'm not the kind of person that wants to go burn down stores or rob Nike stores for food. I will not be satisfied until I see these people atone for this. And I know that I'm not the only person. Thanks for letting me voice it.
We all have a brother or a cousin or a friend or a parent who's not based enough or whatever, but we're in this together.
I'm gonna speed this.
I think the events of this week have gone right around the world, even here in Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere in general. What's next for the international approach to this sort of ideology that is Christian in nature and wants the best for people versus the people that just don't want us at all?
I don't know what Australians are going to do. They're
Right.
fucked.
You gotta come here.
Yeah,
I
Australia
have
is
no
rough.
idea. Are they having a thing right now? I haven't been paying attention. They got some people down there?
They're very oppressive. Very oppressive.
Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Australia was seen playing some games with China for the Prime Minister of Australia, Albanese. He's being very fucking shady with China.
We have to bring
Like he's
the fight to
sucking
them.
China's dick.
Fuck these people and fuck everything that they're trying to do to tear the family apart and tear normalness apart.
I think it's important to remember that the history of mankind is a history of struggle. It's only ever been struggle. It's the same as if you're trying to, the human body, if you're trying to gain muscle mass, you're always perpetually growing or shrinking or flourishing or dying. There's no such thing as homeostasis in nature or in any of the systems that sort of emerge from nature. There's no such thing as homeostasis. And I think compared to the battles our ancestors face, we have a pretty cushy gig here. I don't think we need to lament our position. We should keep in mind that just the history of mankind is a fight. It's a fight for resources, for influence, for culture, law and order versus chaos.
Geopolitical.
And now's your time to sort of play your
Socioeconomic.
role in history. And
Warring classes.
I think we should have an optimistic attitude and try to always
Warring
do our best.
ideology.
Yo, what's up, Sammy? Rough times, but chin up, chest out, reject the black pill.
Fighting
Thank you
for
the shit that you
unity
do,
in a
man.
sense.
Reject the black pill, indeed.
Don't despair.
No, that's a sin for sure.
Hey, Sam. I'm seeing a lot of discourse about specifically that now that Charlie Kirk is gone, that like a powerful voice is gone, and that a certain amount of fighting or fight that was going to happen is now not going to happen because obviously he's passed. And when I see that stuff, I realize that it's occurring to me that like it seems to not really even matter whether or not anyone is here to do the fight, because someone's going to be like being there for a mouthpiece to something, and whether or not he was even going to make a difference or was making a difference, it feels like everything's just replaceable. And like this death is obviously going to have huge impact on the culture, or at least the cultural conversation for the moment, but it just feels kind of like I'm watching this fake reality play out, you know, like I mean, we don't know the shooter, you know, the guy on the roof disappeared, but I don't know if we ever will know, but I feel like we know, you know, but it's more of just a warning. It seems like this really could happen to anybody, even if you're quote unquote protected, even if you're playing the game.
Wait,
you know?
was he
It's
just
not a
talking about
fake reality. It's real
Tyler Robinson?
reality, and it's hard to process, but it's real. Someone will pick up
Yeah.
the microphone and
Yeah,
carry
I
on
mean,
what Charlie
yeah,
was doing.
honestly, the fact that nobody's like paying attention to Rubes is fucking insane to me. Right? It's every fucking time too, and it's like, everybody pay attention. It's like, if you really don't want anybody to be fucking hurt, you should pay attention to the fucking Rubes, especially in a huge event where there's a bunch of onlookers and spectators, right, and they're right. You got a bunch of roofs around. Yeah, you might want to check them, every once in a while,
The world's never going to be the same. The right wing, the American right, is never going to be the same. And this generation of young people, this huge amount of young people who were fans of Charlie, and moderate, reasonable people who watched him get murdered in HD, they'll never be the same. So it's
literally
a phase
thousands
change.
and
It's a big
thousands
shift.
of people saw that shit.
It's one of the weeks where
The whole world
decades
saw it.
happens.
Like, it's not.
But it is. I assure you, it's real. It is happening. It has happened. It will continue to happen. This is your life now.
Literally a political
Sammy, what's up, man?
assassination.
Big fan of the show. Thanks for all the giggles and laughs over the years, as well as the high boards thing, man. But I think my question for you
Literally
is,
someone
I've
just
watched you over the
holding
years,
a
you've always kinda
microphone,
maintained
just
this sentiment
talking.
of no matter
Right.
how bad things get, no matter how shitty it is, you gotta look towards the golden nuggets of hope and not lose sight of the beauty of life and the world around us. But in light of all this recent stuff, especially with Charlie Kirk, with the Serena lady on the train, do you
Yeah.
find it hard to maintain that sentiment now? I certainly am, and it's getting rough out here. Getting real tough. All right, anyways, big guy. Appreciate it again, man. Take care.
Is it the case that life is a test?
This isn't our true home. Our true home is, our eternal home is heaven. We're made for heaven.
Why are we here?
Well, it's not exactly just a test. Like this, both spirit and body, both physical, metaphysical, are realities. And this isn't meant to be a utopia. It's meant to be suffering, but it's what you do with that suffering,
Right.
and somewhat like a test. It could be said that the trial of our
Right, or
era
this.
isn't starvation or
Right.
war. It's
The
like
Cara Thompson.
maintaining your
Right,
passions
it's
when you
because of
have
that
at your
shit.
disposal the option to engage in any
Just
sort of
the
fallen behavior you'd like to.
brutal
You know,
randomness
and
of
it's cheap and
people
easy and
getting
available.
got.
And so your mission is to make sure that you and your family make it to heaven, despite like the ease of fallen
Irina,
things. You know,
Austin
I think that's
Metcalf.
that. But no, there's reality to life, and what you do does
the
matter and resonate.
right,
but
the two
your death is not
politicians
your
that were
death.
right
Death
the-
doesn't
at the
death in this
Jewish
world does not
museum.
end. So you could have a miserable
Right, the politician and
existence
his
here, but
wife.
if you were faithful and prayerful,
And then you had
your
the
reward will be great.
right the
So that's that.
the crazy masked individual who went on a fucking
You know, things look pretty bad
assassination
sometimes in the world, and the
spree
only
against
thing
his own
that
right
I would say that like
congressman.
that tears the veil
like,
of the man, this is really
congressmen
bad,
and women?
is like your family,
Yeah,
like a
what the
child
fuck?
being born, like that you love and that loves you. It physically like rips the veil open and presents a world that is to a certain degree like in your control, like, and it's not through your own actions or your own decisions that you will do anything good. It is all through God that you do any good whatsoever, and you can't win at all, like in this world. You just can't. The odds are totally against you. You can't
What
even
if you
make
get a
like
lot of
a dent. If you have a lot of money, then yes, but it's like a lot. And cool cars as well, which I do sort of want now. But anyway, that's not going to save me.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Or do it.
Okay.
But know that it won't save you.
I won't. It might deter me. But anyway.
It's also a cumbersome habit.
Oh,
You do have some control in this world, and it's over you and your passions. Don't let hatred harden your heart. You can
Apparently
be angry,
Trump
but
did this.
through all the things that I felt, you know, I've seen worse things than Charlie Kirk's murder, but in a way I've never seen anything worse,
shit.
and I don't know how to explain that really. But all the feelings of being angry or afraid and mad, like I prayed through them, and it really is like go.
Sorry, not to cut him off, but U.S. President Donald Trump filed a $15 billion defamation libel lawsuit against New York Times. Right, so he keeps going after right news media outlets that are basically defaming him in a sense. And then Pam Bondi says, Attorney General Pam Bondi, there's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie in our society, we will absolutely, in a sense.
Going to
But there you
church,
go.
praying, you can maintain this sight on the eternal, and there's something better for us after this, and you just have to be faithful, prayerful, and resilient through all that, I think. So I think that's the white pill.
My opinion is that it's a privilege to be even allowed to fight. The joyous moments, there's indisputable evidence that we've been given something miraculous. It's that simple, I guess. There's indisputable evidence that we've been given something miraculous. And there's joy and beauty in a real way, not an imaginary way, in the world. And for me, at least, it negates whatever negative whatever. I don't believe Charlie Kirk's murder will be in vain. I'll just read this. Charlie Kirk's death, murder, is revealing who is unfit
Assassination, murder.
for civilized society. People who are glad
right? People are getting
that a father,
right,
husband,
they're
and
getting
innocent
their jobs
man
taken away because
died.
viewing-
They're not
right?
interested,
especially
in
if they're like
remedying their
first
spiritual and mental
responders.
illness. They
right?
just
It's
want
like
you to die
why are
instead.
you're a first
I'd say the
responder
majority
and
of
you're
us patient,
feeling that
sensible,
kind of
mildly
hate?
optimistic
Like, what the
are
fuck?
just about done waiting for things to improve. We're very much invested in never being around you people ever again, and there's a new feeling of readiness to actively ensure that
Like,
becomes
how
reality.
can I trust you
These
with my
people
life if
should
you're
no longer
going to
feel
be
comfortable
that fucking
around us.
right
They should
disgusting?
hide, and when they're
Like, you're-
detected, they should be shameful, groveling, and apologizing
right? It sounds like you're trying to kill people if you're
The
gonna
casual
say that
celebrations
kind of
of Charlie
disgusting
Kirk's
shit.
death, murder, and Irinia Zarutska's murder should be documented, and the people behind them should be exposed. I'd really like to add indifferent to the list too.
But I'm being nice.
There will be a list, an actual spreadsheet of all the information on these people. They should not be harmed. They should merely have every material possession taken from them and every social opportunity withheld as long as they are unrepentant. This is totalitarian or whatever, so maybe not. I do know there is a misunderstanding of freedom. It is sometimes mistaken for license, which is, quote unquote, do whatever you want. True freedom, however, is only freedom from the bondage of sin, the freedom to willingly choose good. The entirety of the media exhibits them thriving, going unchecked while they film TikToks about transing children between teaching elementary school classes. Hundreds of thousands of likes for brazen, satanic victory laps.
We literally need Hitler.
After Charlie Kirk's assassination, I was reminded of a quote that I read several days ago from St. Dionysius the Athonite. And it was going over my head for many days. But now I think I know why. I read it and stayed in my memory. I'll read it to you a little bit. God takes each person at the most fitting moment of their life. No one has ever signed a contract with God about when they will die. God takes every person at the moment most suitable for them, uniquely chosen for each one, in order to save their soul. If God sees that person will become better,
Grim Reaper
he
comes
allows them
for
to
us
live.
all.
But if he sees that person will become even worse, he takes them in order to save them.
I don't know what that means about if that means that Charlie Kirk was about to become worse.
Yeah, well, theologically, I don't know.
I think his heart's in the right place, but that sounded
Sure.
like gibberish.
Hey, it's good to want to know God more.
Sure.
I mean, it's
I
a
like that.
religious
But it's a
person.
sin to assume to know God's will and intentions.
Correct.
So
that sounds scary. And I'll wrap this up by saying that there are a lot of details and things to get caught up in on your phone, and there's going to be a lot of AI enhanced logos and fruity little distractions to get caught up in and paths to go down and things that are important, things that are not important, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of the day, we are in a spiritual battle for the future, for our children, for our people, for humanity. I think that we should be optimistic. The black pill is for faggots, and don't be that. Don't be black pill. Don't let evil stand in the way of you.
But dude, look at this bullshit. Look at this
joy
true
and gratitude
shit,
and
man.
God. And
Look at this
I
faggotry.
think that it's probably a good idea to pray. And pray specifically that
Damn,
God
Hyde,
keeps
what do you
you
want
on
us
the
to
right path.
do? Look
I
at
think
that
that's
faggotry.
a good one. Is there a better one?
It's a pretty good one.
I would pray that I stay on the rails. I think that's a good one to go with. I think that we're going to win. I don't know why. Why would I say that?
Well, because it's been written.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's good to
In
know.
the end, we win, but
That's
it might
good to
be
know.
ugly to get there.
Guys, I want to quote my favorite philosopher, Batman.
That's just shit. Oh, okay.
Once there was only dark. If you have, that's the quote. That's not even a quote. No. Make the chat GPT the fucking quote.
No, this is
You're
your
right.
quote
I cut
that
it
you
down
need.
too much before. I wish AI was sentient so I could fucking beat its ass. I want to end this episode with a quote. I'll tell you, Marty. I've been up in that room looking out those windows every night here, just thinking. It's just one story. The oldest. Light versus
That's
dark.
what you need.
Well, I know we ain't in Alaska, but it appears to me that the other guy says this part, the dark has more territory. A lot more. You ask me, that's not the quote. Fuck this.
Well, I think they cut to a bunch of stars, so if we can
It's
cut,
a
so it's a
fucking
visual.
Hey, wrap it with what Valentine said.
I think if our enemies were strong, they wouldn't have to use such
fucked it up,
underhanded
man.
and
What are you
slimy and
doing?
outright heinous acts to try and instill fear in us. Attacking a soft target in front
I mean,
of an audience
they're
like
trying
that.
to they're trying to
And I think they're-
dehumanize you. They're trying to
I don't
make
think
you
they're
an easy
underestimating us. I
target
think
to
they
hit.
know exactly what
Right
they're up
when
against.
the time comes.
And
right. Right? They're just trying to
I
prep
guess I'm
you
just
up.
optimistic, personally.
Right? If they're gonna do that to you, might as well do that to them too, right? If they're gonna try and prep you up like that, you should prep them up like that too. Anyways, that's Sam Hyde. This is you, right? Right. The first 2 minutes is right, pretty impactful, especially when they start going through this, right?
Because they're so.
Right.
This is the joy they feel when your sister is raped, when your children.
In a sense, right? Just like these people, right? Dakara, and all the people that is getting fucked over by. Oh, that's not. But yeah. Austin Metcalf, yeah. Anyways, there you go, Sam Hyde, the Candy Man. There you have it.